Hey, CT, how's it going?
Pretty good, man. Our dear and beloved Donald Trump uh, almost lost his life yesterday, and I'm gonna kick the guys back in who did it. But what's up?
Apologies for what happened yesterday. My WhatsApp data ran out. Okay, but we should be fine today. And hey, I heard what you said about me. What you thought I didn't hear, huh? You said, "Oh, only a woman. You know another woman from South Africa, and she lives that lifestyle. And there's no way some guy who lives in a urban cul-de-sac with white people that can tell you anything about." So that, and I'm like, yes, I can. Yes, I can. Okay, let's just get that clear. But
So your African Wi-Fi is messing up again, Mr. Showtime.
no, no,
Okay, there
no,
you go.
no, it
You're back.
isn't.
You're back now. Go
I
ahead.
have no idea what you're
Messed,
talking
no,
about.
it messed up, but it did. It did. But go ahead. We all saw
No,
it,
it
sir.
didn't.
No,
I have
it
no
messed
idea
up.
what
It,
you're
it,
talking
it, it messed up. It messed
I
up.
have
But go
no
ahead.
idea what you're talking about.
Okay,
But
so
anyway,
tell us about the jail story. What happened with the jail story, sir?
look, let's just say that it's some family issue, but it's you know when people can't get you on criminal matters and they see that you're clear and cut and clean cut, they try to get you with all other means possible, right? So if with Trump, it's the whole women thing and Andrew Tate, it's his vices with women, etc., etc. With me, apparently, it's family. Family are acting weird. Okay, in a nutshell. But hopefully someday I'll go in. Maybe someday we'll talk about it in length. But that's the gist, really. But what I really want to talk about is, what's happening. I want to continue where we left off. My goodness, CNN. I think they did themselves. They didn't shoot themselves in the foot this time around because they were more or less okay with the Trump versus Harris presidential debate. But ABC, man, Lindsey Davis and what's the other guy's name? Mir. Yeah,
David Muir.
Trump,
Yeah.
David Mir. Okay,
Mhm.
Trump was in a WWE tag team handicap match, right? So it was him versus Kamala Harris and the two moderators, right? And obviously, you know what makes these debates more interesting, because although Kamala Harris claims to be a B dub, shout out to Angry Man. Although Kamala Harris claims to be a B dub, she's not. Not really. I mean, she might have, a drop or two, some sprinkles here and there of black blood, fine, whatever. But Kamala Harris exudes the typical BW attitude, right? And that's why a lot of minorities, which is why they're very surprised. They're like, oh, how could it be that these minorities are supporting Donald Trump? Because we've tried so hard spinning this narrative, this false propaganda narrative, saying that, oh, he's racist, but yet they're still supporting him. Yeah, it's because, the mainstream, or as Andrew Tate calls them, the Matrix, I like to call them the Agent Smiths, right? The Agent Smiths have once again shot themselves in the foot because they try so hard making Donald Trump the boogeyman, and it actually backfired. Because now, because of the mugshots, the minorities over there, I don't know, not us, Ninja, okay? You guys, Americans, you now identify more with him because you know how oppressive the system is, etc., etc. Right? So that, quite frankly, I would be insulted, okay? Because you cannot define minorities with criminality and whatnot. So it is kind of like a halfway insult, but the effects have worked out fine in our favor, in their favor. Okay, so yeah, Trump. It wasn't the most spectacular debate ever. However, Trump was held back in, throwing the haymaker, the uppercuts, because David Miller and Lindsey Davis were stopping him, right? But anyway, yeah, Kamala Harris trying so hard to pander to the black vote. At the same time, back in the day when she ran for Senate, she claims she wasn't black. She claims to be Indian, right? So yeah, flip flopping between interracial options thingy to her convenience. And my goodness, to all the people of color who are still hoodwinked and bamboozled, my goodness, there's no helping you, because if you do not see this, as if this didn't expose Kamala Harris to the max, I don't know we can't help you, because Kamala Harris, just listen to her words. She says that, oh, I grew up in a middle class background. Okay, that's her catering to the middle class. Oh, my mother worked hard. That's her catering to the black community. Okay. Oh, I grew up she was raised by her and her sister, her and a single mother. That's her attributing to, black women, right? So do you not see these these little trickeries that she was trying to play, right? If you don't, then there's nothing. But anyway, moving on to today's topic, because I have respect for the show, right? I'm not just gonna come in here and run my mouth. You good. I have respect for the show. Trump, my goodness, can you please stay indoors, okay? Because they've tried taking him out the first time. No, okay, fist pumping. It was, some may say it was a brave move, but I say it was a careless move, because, he could have been shot again. And he's out there exposing himself. Yeah, fight, which is symbolic, cool. And now there's shots fired at his goals. Okay, and then the media's trying to spin it as, it could be gang related. What? Because of course, gangs those signals outside of a golf course. The psyops are at its maximum, they're at its peak. Okay, and only the weaklings are slow on the uptake. So yeah, I really wish Trump would stay indoors instead of rallying all the time, because he already has all the support he needs, right? Please forgive my lighting. It's kind of like
no, you got the man. Go ahead, bro.
It's 5:30 here in South Africa. It's 5:30 p.m. Okay, and my light is it's not so bright, but anyway, we'll keep rolling.
You're fine, man. Go ahead.
Yeah. Anyway, also another thing. Shout out to Candace Owens, okay? Shout out to Candace Owens, because she finally answered the JQ. Okay, CT, relax. I'm gonna use code names. Okay, I'm gonna use code names. She finally answered the JQ. Okay, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
You know what I mean, right?
Yep. Yeah.
So she went up against an Agent Smith, right? That goes by the name of Rabbi Shmuley, and she defeated an agent, a Matrix agent. She won. Hence why she got demonetized and kicked out of Daily Wire. So now I'm seeing Candace Owens posting how she wants to head over to Australia for a possible collaborations with some podcasters there. I'm not sure, but my goodness, why is Africa always being left out of the equation? Okay,
why do you think Africa is being left out of the equation?
Because you guys, okay, you're still going off with the stereotype that we're out here sleeping with lions and dancing with baboons, doing rain dances, which is false. Okay. It's true depending on which African country you go to. Okay, it might be true in other, like Rwanda and whatnot. Okay, but anyway, I was kind of hoping. So I reached out to Candace Owens. Okay, and I put up a tweet myself.
You reached out to Candace Owens, and what happened?
Well, she has female South African fans. Okay, and and she tends to sometimes she shares the tags on her stories or Instagram stories, right? And I tag her as well, but she doesn't. She watches the story. I tagged her in, but she doesn't share. Heartbreaking, right? But hey,
Let me
look,
ask you a
my
question real quick. Go ahead. Sorry, go ahead. Go ahead.
yeah, my hopes and aspirations is for Candace Owens and for any one of you Americans, you're fresh and fit, because you guys like to talk about, oh, we're gonna be doing a Europe, a world tour, and then they only go to like one or two countries in Europe,
Okay.
and then they
Okay.
call
Well,
it a world tour.
okay. Hold on for a second. Showtime. I gotta ask you a few questions real quick. Dave, hang on in the back for me, or if you can get on camera. Sir with the £2 says Noob Sabot. I don't know what you mean, but you get a must be the money. Salute to you. Okay, so you wanna talk business, Showtime? You wanna talk business now?
Yeah,
Well,
I want the red community to grow, to
but
for us to
hear me out.
expand our horizons.
Just hear me out. Are you guys willing to? Oh, his Wi-Fi just went out. Jesus Christ, Mr. Showtime, are you there, buddy? Yeah. So, could it be? Now meet me halfway with this, right? Could it be that the reason why Africa, a country can't secure getting Candace Owens to come speak is because Candace may charge $100,000 for a speaking engagement. Do you think that's the problem?
CT, you're frozen.
I'm frozen. Okay, guys, people, am I frozen in the chat? Because I shouldn't be frozen. I have excellent Wi-Fi, but let's see.
Yeah. So much for South African Wi-Fi. How about it? Yeah, that's American Wi-Fi for you, huh?
Okay. What about now? Am I good now? Am I good now?
Yeah, you're good
now? Okay. Yeah. So, can you guys afford to have Candace Owens or Fresh and Fit?
I realize, it's costly to host and accommodate someone who wants money for their time and attention, right? Mm-hmm. But I'm pretty sure we can. I mean, what is the range are we talking about, roughly? How much would a Fresh and Fit podcast cost, or an Andrew Tate collaboration cost?
Well, first of all, who would pay to have them come speak? Would it be a university? Would it be some sort of institution? Where would they speak at? What would the set and setting be for Candace Owens?
Okay, I don't think any mainstream government-owned institution would allow such to happen. You know why? Because I've tried going on to community radio stations, and I've told them about the topic I want to talk about, and they're like, they're glitching, they're afraid. All right, so they're very much still mainstream media orientated. So that's why I wanted her to collaborate with independent news personalities such as myself. Okay. Yeah. Just as a start, and let's just see where it goes. This could open, doors to something great.
Okay. Yeah. So you want Candace to? You want to do an online show with her, or?
Yeah, anything possible. For now, I'm guessing like how you and I are doing it right now, right? And then once we take the internet by storm, right? And then we can take it further. We build a fan base here in South Africa first, because there are some people who listen to Candace Owens, but it's not enough to fill up a stadium. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's not enough to fill up a rugby stadium, packed, sold out. At least not yet. right? So that's why I wanted to do like a Zoom thing because I've already collaborated with the old man, and his YouTube channel got deleted. You know who I'm talking about, right?
No, no, I don't. Who are you talking about?
He was Kevin Samuel's best friend.
Okay. And how do you
He
think
got.
having these people will help South Africa? How do you think having these people on will help South Africa?
It will
Or
help
does South
South
Africa
Africa in
even
terms.
need? Okay, go ahead. Go ahead.
It will help South Africa in terms of waking the hell up. First and foremost, okay. I mean, Americans and South Africans are very similar.
I agree.
We're
I
very
agree.
similar.
I
Yeah.
agree.
So,
Yeah.
I mean, check this out. My parents, they don't like Donald Trump neither. Okay. And when I tried to explain it to them, I tried to show them videos. It just completely like glossed over them, like completely went over their heads. Okay. So, yeah. So, yeah, I really would like to make certain things happen with some of the you red pill guys, you manosphere guys. Shout out to O'Shea. He's here in he's
Uganda.
up north in Uganda.
Yeah.
Okay, and he came here once in 2017. I don't know why he chose Uganda over South Africa, but anyway, that's his choice. He's free to do that. He's
Mhm.
busy making fresh and fit videos talking about the booty clapping for White Zaddy, which I think is it's hilarious, right? Yeah, I really would like to take this further, okay? And yeah, this could open up opportunities, CT. I mean, I appreciate that you are willing to host me right now,
Mhm.
okay? So yeah, I wanna take this further and expand our horizons, and let's take the world by storm. Let us reset the matrix. That's my motto for 2024. Reset the matrix. Okay, yeah. Because I'm kind of riding the whole off of the whole red pill catchphrase. Matrix, Agent Smiths, reset the matrix, save the world, right? So yeah, I hope Candace Owens could just you know do like a show with
Mr.
one of
Showtime,
us.
Moxie just kicked you off for 5 minutes. Okay.
Okay, fine. Okay.
Yeah, you want to wait? Yeah, just wait 5 minutes. Okay. Say get Prince Hakeem out of here, please. I'll bring you back at 11:49 Showtime. Salute. All right, guys. Let me kick in the back of what's up, Dave? Let me kick in the back of Ryan Ruth. Ryan Ruth is the POS that attempted to kill Donald Trump yesterday. Donald Trump, for some reason, uh, did not have his Secret Service protection with him, I'm assuming, or he didn't have it at a large scale, which he needs it now more than ever. But I already said what I had to say about liberal men. And if you are a liberal man, you know, to be honest with you, it is what it is. You guys are do funnies, and you guys are weird. You're crazy, and you're diabolical, or you are diabolical. So here goes Ryan Ruth. Look at him for a minute. Just look at him.
You know, when you talk to a 20-year-old guy that sold everything he owns to come here to fight, that is heroism. You know, he's coming here to risk his life for humanity, for the Ukrainians. You know, guys that sell everything they own to come here and support the Ukrainians while others sit at home and do nothing. You know, it's totally mind-blowing how we have this divide of people that are selfless.
Now, what did I tell you guys? What did I tell you guys a long time ago about the liberal man? What did I tell you? Get out your pen and paper, or go back to your notes. He looks like he hasn't washed his ass in about a few months. Let's be honest here. Chaotic, what does this mean? Well, what have I said time and time again about the liberal male? They're hippies. Does he not come off as a hippie? Tell me I'm lying. Does he not come off like he doesn't wash his balls? Tell me I'm lying here. Have I not done video after video on drum circles? Huh? I even had a few conservatives get mad at me about drum circles, but I told you that drum circles, hear me out, drum circles are the meeting places of these hippie terrorists. I bet you, the more we research this guy, he's been in a drum circle or two. Mark my words, guys. For anybody who knows how prophetic I am, I bet this man has been in many drum circles. I bet this man has lived in the woods in nature as a hippie. These hippies are dangerous. These liberals are dangerous. Think about it. He's in his 50s. He's over in the Ukraine. Now, this is from 2022, this interview. He's over here talking about how the people should fight for the Ukrainians. Can you imagine how crazy this guy is? He's saying that he wants, I'm going to play the entire video, but how he wants able-bodied men from America to come fight for the Ukrainians. Could you imagine how absurd this guy is? Not fight for their own country. Think about how crazy these liberals are and how twisted these people are and how illogical these people are. And it might be he looks like a meth head, but he's not telling young men in their own country, America, to fight and secure their own borders here. He's not telling men in their own country to fight and protect their own sovereign state. He wants to tell American men to go fight as mercenaries in the Ukraine. Think about this for a minute, man. I pay attention to a lot of stuff. MrShowTym, you can come back, buddy, in about 3 minutes, okay? So I want you guys to think about that.
Selfless and courageous and wonderful and willing to sell everything they own to come here and support, keep people from getting killed, to shelter kids and
why not do that in their own country? See, I went to school with liberals, man. They're insane. He's telling men in America, hey man, I hope men in America will come and protect kids in the Ukraine. What are you talking about? That's not our country. What about protecting kids in your own sovereign country? What about Laken Riley? What about these other kids who have been deleted by illegals? You should be telling men in America to protect women and children here in our own sovereign nation state. See, a lot of these liberals, man, they are anarchists and they want to destroy this country. So how do you destroy the country? You go to another country and try to convince men in the country you come from to be mercenaries in a war that has nothing to do with the very same country that you come from. This guy's a nut job. Let's hear him out a little bit more here. What's up, Dave, man? You are on mute. Dave, are you there?
Man, what's up?
Dave.
What's up, good? Can you hear me?
I beg your pardon? Yeah,
Can you hear me?
your mic is messing up. What you say, man?
Hold on. Let me turn this fan.
Okay. Just go on mute real quick. Okay. Here we go.
And protect Ukrainians and others that just, want to sit at home and not. It's just sit at home and not. It's just and protect Ukrainians.
Why? Now, this is the guy who was about to shoot Donald Trump. Why? Why should American men protect Ukrainians? See, I get to asking questions. Why? They're not over here protecting us from the illegals. Well, why should we help Ukrainians? Not me, of course not. Go ahead, Dave. You are yeah. What do you think about this POS who tried to shoot Trump?
I had the same question. What did Donald Trump do? Like, I know he's a super jerk. I know
Dude, you got to reset your mic or something.
I
buddy.
don't
I don't know what's going on.
back in.
Yeah, thank you.
And others that just, you know, want to sit at home and not. It's just it you know, it's an indictment of our entire human society to say, hey, you know, where do we stand? Do we stand for good, or do we just not care? I mean, does the world not care? That's the feeling that I wrestle with every day in my interactions with everybody. You know, every one of us is responsible for the outcome of this war. Every one of us.
No, we're not. No, we're not. I'm not. So that's Ryan Ruth. Hold on for a second. Let me get some more videos of this guy. Gway says he has been completely brainwashed by the liberal media. He's been completely brainwashed, period, Gway. He's been indoctrinated. He went to some liberal arts college when he was younger, and he never stopped being a liberal. He never grew up. Donald Trump, I mean, my God, what is it about this man that these people just viscerally hate? He didn't drag us into, when he was the president, he didn't drag us into a war. When he was the president, so many small business owners said they thrived under the Trump administration. What did this man do? What did he do? I'll tell you what he did. He was a man. That's what it is, Gway. He was a man. I remember, man, so many sassy men, black men, white men, asking me 10 years ago, what was it? Yeah, about 10 years ago, 8 years ago, why you like Trump? Why do I like Trump? I get it. I see it. See, a lot of dudes, they don't like an alpha male because it threatens them. There's a lot of insecurities, man, when you're not the top dog in a room. I get it. Trump is a constant reminder that you are a loser. To that guy right there, you are a loser. I think that's what it is with these liberals. It's a constant reminder that men, the patriarchy reigns. REIGN, not RAIN, of course. MrShowTym is back. I think that's what it is. Trump reminds people of competition. Hell yeah. Trump is a constant reminder of rugged determination or dogged determination, capitalism, a pecking order. And I think what happens with the liberals or Democrats, you know, it's fine when society is saying we are all the winners. Everybody's a winner. And I believe that's why a lot of men seek, was it solace within the Democratic Party, because everybody's a winner. Everybody's happy. You were the last winner. Oh, your pronouns are whatever you want them to be. And I think that's why a lot of men don't like Trump. Trump said, grab them by the pussy. So what? Are you a man? He was in a locker room conversation with another man talking about women that literally are drawn to him. Most men get that. I know I get it. Hell, when I was a teenager, college, even after college, you should have heard some of the locker room conversations me and my buddies had. You get men even calling in here. Chaotic, he said grab them by the pussy. So what? Are you a man? Are you a man or are you not a man? When you go vote this November, you are really voting for masculinity. That's what it is. That's what all this is about. You want a woman to reign over you and rule over you? Are you, and particularly an idiot? I could see if this isn't Margaret Thatcher we have here. This is a damn idiot that's about to be the president. And look at this guy. Hang tight, Mr. Showtime. In Paris with the $2 super chat. It's called pathological altruism, CT. It is a plague. Thank you so much. I mean, just look at this guy. Wait a minute. Where is he at? Look at this dude funny. Just look at this weirdo. Look at this guy. He's an underperforming man in America. He's upset at his position in life. He sees Trump and hates Trump's masculinity. That's all what this is about. It's not about Trump's politics. What are his politics that these people hate? He wants to close the border. Hell yeah. You have Democrats right now that want to close the damn border. It's because of masculinity, man. That's what's being destroyed here. A lot of these men, they want women to rule. A lot of these men didn't even grow up with a father in the home or a weak father. And so they see the world from the perspective of a feminist, not even a woman, but a feminist. That's what's going on here. Mr. Showtime, what's up, man? Mr. Showtime, you were on mute, buddy.
Can you hear me now? Okay. No, it's a sad state of reality. I mean, we have guys like Destiny, who are guys like Brian Krasenstein. I don't know if you know him. Those two twins, right? Those limp-wristed Skittles. Okay. I don't know.
There we go. There we go. Yeah, now you're learning how Americans talk. I like that. Go ahead, sir.
Yeah. So I don't know how guys like that are able to garner so much, so much of a following. Okay, but anyway, it is what it is. With regards to Trump, as much as I support Trump, CT, one thing I respect about America is you guys. There's something about America that you are able to breed global icons. Okay, we have a claim to Nelson Mandela. You guys have Bruce Lee. You guys have Donald Trump. You guys have there's plenty of famous, globally renowned people that America has bred. So with regards to Trump, I'm a diehard Trump supporter, but there's a thought that I just can't shake off, and that is Trump's undying loyalty to Israel. Okay, he's sponsored by Mossad. Let's just say Mossad, but he gets his sponsorships and from Israel, and his pro-Israel stance is kind of like a yellow flag, if not a red flag, in terms of is he really controlled opposition? Okay, because the movie The Matrix, it references how Zion, the real world. You know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you know how in the movie The Matrix, Zion, the real world, how there's breakdowns and movie analysis that suggest that Zion is just a further extension of the Matrix. So the Matrix is everywhere. Okay, there's no such thing as escaping the Matrix, and Neo himself, although he is the anomaly, he's just yet another pawn piece of the bigger puzzle of the Matrix. So is Trump really controlled opposition? Because he's supposed to drain the swamp. I mean, he didn't do it in 2016 after he said, when Hillary Clinton said that, it's a good thing that Trump is not the leader of the free world, and then Trump responded and said, yeah, because you'll be in jail. Okay, so he didn't drain the swamp then, And so he really has to drain it this time around. And if he doesn't, well, that's all the proof in the world you need that you were being played. There's no such thing as a hero. Okay, so yeah, that's my takes.
Thank you so much, man. Dave, were you back?
Yeah, I'm back, man.
There we go, man. What say you about this attempted assassination, man?
Well, Teflon Don survives, you know what I'm saying? So that's a good thing. I kind of agree with you that, I don't know, what makes the average ordinary person pissed off, but I know why the security apparatus is. So word is that when he was in, there's two ways to get like intelligence. You do have a free market, so you have your CIA, your Secret Service, FBI, all that other good stuff. But you also do have commercial intelligence companies that collect that, and their revenues are based upon credibility of their information. So you can have some highly credible stuff. Well, I heard while he was in there, he was constantly saying we don't need the CIA to do this, and trying to hire outside contractors to source intelligence for the U.S. Gov. So that kind of rubbed a lot of people the wrong way, as well as, he was kicking out some lifers, you know what I'm saying, within the intelligence apparatus, people who've been around for all these presidents, like, you may come and go as a president, but I'm here to stay. So, I understand what's going on as far as that
So
part.
you think it's him and his attempt to dismantle the deep state. I get what you were saying. Yeah, and drain the swamp, which permeates in DC. I mean, let's be honest here, man. You have senators and people who've been. Nancy Pelosi should have never been in office for 30 years. You have all these people. I get what you're saying, man. A lot of these people really held the power because they're in office for decades. A lot of people don't understand that the president really doesn't have any power.
Remember that Nancy Pelosi index?
Yeah.
Keep
it real.
Keep it real deal index.
Keep it real.
Outperforms everything.
Yeah. But yeah, you are correct, man. Maybe it's him attempting to dismantle the deep state. Yeah, is probably causing all of this. You could be correct with that as well. Yeah. You could be correct with that. But let me ask you a question, Dave. Do you also think that maybe it's something as simple as masculinity?
No.
You don't think so? You don't think when a lot of men see Trump, we have a lot of girly men now. It's a lot of insecurities come out because you have to be somewhat of a damn idiot to be a Democrat as a man. But I'm telling you, really, when you really sit back and think about it, you really do have to be somewhat of an idiot. But go ahead.
Well, they hate. Here's the. I keep saying this, like, as the majority of 50 plus vote for Democrat for Social Security and Union, right? And I'm trying to figure it out because I asked my mom, she's widowed or whatever. I asked her, like, what did he do? And she couldn't name it. Yeah. Right. I just don't like him. And I understand that but what I'm looking at on another, like just for the masses outside that establishment thing I just mentioned, I think that he was the first Republican in my lifetime that spoke like a Democrat in regards to the I don't like calling it benefits because I paid for it, but the Social Security, Medicare, Medicaid, as well as unions. It was almost like he not stole, but he eliminated the main difference for working class 50 plus who remembers pensions. He eliminated the main difference between the two parties. I think that may have been one of the things that may have pissed off Republicans, but it also would have pissed off Democrats, because that you can talk about all this identity politics and LGBT and the deletion and all that other type of stuff. But the main voting reasons for most working people, I even push it back down to like 40 plus, is the union support for organized labor and the safety net. I don't like calling it an entitlement or anything because I pay for it. So, you know, but I think that's really what it is for the common folk.
Okay. Here, let me play another video real quick of this this guy.
Good morning. Most wonder what I'm doing in Ukraine. This is about a center to help people when they come from other countries around the world to have a location, someone to talk to as a greeting committee to get them in the location that they need to be. So that's the whole focus of this project, is to help foreigners.
Why would an American man go over to Ukraine? Now, that was a video from 2022, and fight for the Ukrainians and try to or at least attempt to recruit American mercenaries.
This is looking more deep state as we look at it, man. Like, you know, like you just had another YouTuber get indicted for not registering as a foreign representative. You know, they were getting paid big money. You know, things are coming down the pipeline to see what his funding sources are. But, you know, when it don't make no sense, the easiest answer is what it is. It's funded, man. This is funded. Just like I don't like to deviate, but it's the same thing when people be like BLM and black folk, and every black person I know didn't donate anything to these people. So
yeah,
you know,
BLM was heavily funded by liberal organizations, and
right.
Yeah,
So
you're correct.
This is the same thing. I think, dude.
Yeah.
You know, I don't want to say it like this. You know, he didn't complete his mission. It's just that simple. I honestly like. It's a lot of people that say, "Oh, these are false flags. This, that, and the other." But there's a couple of channels out there from former agents that are at liberty to say certain things. And one of the questions was how was it under Trump? And he just said it was a cluster F, you know, and went down. And I'm like, oh, that's the reason why. You know, he kicked out a lot of lifers. He fired a lot of 5-star generals, dog. And that's not forgotten, dog. You know what I'm saying? So
that's a good point.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
Well, you know, we have more 5-star generals than we had at the end of World War II. We have something like 50 or 60 of them. The day we had 6 at the end of World War II.
Yeah.
And they all got to have a job to do. And it's all a political appointment.
Yep.
Congressional appointment after that. So they're all political. They don't care about what the military needs. They care about, you know, making that congressman sign on the dotted line. That's what they care about. And
then when you go into some of his foreign policy, like, in my opinion, NATO can have a bounty on them, you know.
Yes, I think a lot of that is. I think that's true, man. I think that might be the truest thing said in a while. Is, you know,
which country in NATO do you think? Let's walk down this. All of them. Were firing.
I mean, you understand, if we exit NATO, all of the European countries, including, I mean, all of Britain, France, Germany, Greece.
You mean the Western European countries, correct?
Yeah, all the Western European countries that are members of NATO.
Yeah. Every
single one of them have to provide their own military. And as a matter of fact, I was having an argument about this morning with a stupid Italian girl. That she's like, well, I just wish you guys would get out of my country. And I'm like, I would love for us to shut down that base in Italy. Why do we need that? What are we doing? The Italians aren't going to do anything.
No.
And if they did, we now have transatlantic flight. We can be there so fast. We don't need a base there. But every time you start mentioning drawdown, like Trump did, when Trump said, hey, we're going to close these bases overseas, we're going to consolidate, we're going to be more tactical and more focused. When he said that, every single ambassador was on a plane within an hour, bro.
Yeah.
They were all flying in, being like, no. You can't turn off that tap, bro. You can't turn off my money.
You can't do it.
Right now, the average European country spends about 1% of their GDP or their income revenue.
America spends what? Was it 7? Yeah. Well, go ahead.
Yeah. They on any kind of defense, and so they're able to spend about 7 to 10% of their revenue on social programs. The U.S. has to spend 30% on social programs and another 20 to 25% on military. And a lot of our military is not spent waging these wars like everyone wants to tell you. They're maintaining these bases. Ramstein, the base in Korea, I can't think of its name. All of these bases. And we're now all the bases in Europe that we don't need, we are obligated by treaty to have those bases there. In World War II, we fulfilled our end of the bargain. We built the bases. We're there. And we've been there for, almost 60 years, man.
Mm-hmm.
So why?
Well, we have to. I had to gameplay this out. So let's imagine that we did not do what we did with NATO. Basically say, look, we are your umbrella. We're your nuclear umbrella. We got all our patriots over there. You don't have to spend all this money on everything, right? Well, what it did was it made sure that we didn't have a European competitor for arms globally. Number one. Number two, it always kept Europe as our little pet, basically.
But yeah, they're a vassal for sure. They're a vassal state.
And so they don't. So the biggest, what we're living in is a repercussion of the creation of the euro. So when they created that euro,
no, this goes back way further than the euro, bro. Well, this literally goes back to World War II.
I know, but I'm talking about when they first started removing the yoke from around the arbitrage around their neck. No matter what you want to say,
I can agree with that. I can agree with that. I think that when they purposely went to the euro in order to screw the U.S. because they knew that when they did that, they could then not have to. They can continue to not have to spend their own money on defense or military or even internal. Really, other than their national police, they don't spend any money militarily, which is. I don't know that that's something that we oppose. I honestly think that I would, and let's be honest here, we give them money every year to buy weapons in theory from us, but they're buying missiles from Korea, they're buying drone from China and Japan, they're buying artillery from Czechoslovakia, Poland, and Bulgaria. I mean, we give money to France and Germany and England and all these places to buy our weapons. Right, to generate our, to stimulate our economy, which is weird and it's backwards and wrong. And honest, I'm one of those that believe that if we need to exit NATO, we need to exit the UN, and we need to pull back all of our forces to the US and see what happens. The problem is that we could, you're right. We were concerned after World War II with them building up a military presence. The problem is that we were so concerned about it that they don't have a military presence. So every time anything happens, the first thing they do is they call Daddy USA.
Well,
we their daddy.
I have to push back on some of the things you said because Europe does not buy a lot of U.S. equipment like that.
They're supposed to.
But that's what Trump was pissed off about. So here's what happened.
Right. Trump across the board, he wanted to remove bases. He wanted to cut the spending. He basically wanted to turn off the tap. If we just want to look at like it's a big spigot with a lot of little spidery lines going out with all of our money, all of our taxpayer dollars. And he just wanted to turn off the main tap. Like just no more NATO, no more UN, just get us out of it. And you guys go do what you're going to do. Now, if you want to pay us if you want to pay us to guard your shores, great. We're good. We can do that. And I've got to go start my own show here in a minute, CT. But you guys mentioned the mercenaries going to the Ukraine, and I actually have some friends of mine that did that went over to the Ukraine and fought the Russians for money. And they came back, and some of them came back. And I just recently, about a year ago, 2 years ago, that I shot a match with one of them, and he was still kind of messed up from it, dude. The way the war is being fought in the Ukraine is really, really bad. It's really poorly, and it's if I hate to use the term banana republic, but the Ukraine is if they are one step above a banana republic, I'd be surprised.
Yeah, they're fighting warfare like it's like the 30s or the 40s, right? It's
well, you have the leader of the country came to power in a coup.
Yeah.
He's denied a formal election. So he was supposed to be voted out last year, the year before last, and he denied the country an election. They've been literally driving around in vans and pulling people off the street.
Yeah.
And pressing them into service. So, it's literally, it's literally it's a banana republic, man. It's like what you would think the Cubans or the, somebody like that would do 30 years ago, 40 years ago, whatever, back at the height of the Cold War. So. And it's really corrupt. I mean, I'm really shocked that anybody wants us to back Ukraine. When everybody was like, Ukraine, we stand with Ukraine. I was shocked at that. That was literally a dictatorship,
Well, if NATO didn't exist, the first thing Europe would do would secure an energy alliance with Russia.
I'm okay with that. But why is Russia evil?
Well, because
tell me why Russia's evil. Because they're all white?
No, because
I know why. From
a nationalistic standpoint, they sell more. Like that's our competitor with guns.
Okay,
they're not more evil. They're not more evil. I'm gonna tell you this, man. And I know the human condition. And let me tell you about good and evil.
I don't know who's speaking right now, man.
We're all bad. That's number one. We're all bad. Russia's the lesser of the evil in all actuality. You don't get to be the most powerful, richest, most powerful, freest nation in the world unless you're the most wicked and corrupt. And that's a fact. Every nation that's ever been the most powerful was all. Yeah, it is. Just to do your history from Samaria to now. Do your history of written language. Throughout mankind's history, from ancient Samaria to now, Babylonia, Egypt, Assyria, back to Babylon, Medo-Persia, Greece, Rome, all the way to now. Whoever was the most powerful was also the most wicked.
Help me out here for a minute.
Good.
I like that claim.
Good.
Which of all the nations that were to repay their war debts, other than the U.S., how many nations have done that from World War II?
I think Germany.
No, Germany.
No. Here's the thing. Because here's the thing. Hey, baby, how you feeling?
I'm just trying to understand your point of view when nobody has repaid their war debt.
Okay, okay. Hey, baby.
I think
the point of view was this.
Germany paid theirs.
Okay, now we're starting to get people talking over people, man. I don't, you gotta let other people talk, bro.
Pretty
I think it was Japan and Germany to answer your question. I'm almost sure Germany paid.
No, Finland is the only nation other than the US.
I know what you're saying by asking that question. Now, the point that I'm making is this. Yeah, you pay off your debts, just like Imperius when he brings up the Catholic Church and how much charitable work and how much they've done to contribute to the history of humanity. There was a guilt and a wickedness behind that. There's like a conscientious guilt behind how bad and how wicked the things that you did was, to the extent where your conscience was eating away at you so bad and so like prevalently that you had to do something to make recompense for your sins and errors. Like the Catholic Church did. The Catholic Church did so many monstrosities and atrocities over the centuries that they had no choice but to do share it. And the same thing with American guilt. And you got to also look at it like this. At the time,
American
we were
guilt?
coming out of being isolationists. We were coming out of being.
We won that war. We won that war.
Right. We were coming out of being an isolationist people. We won the war. But here's the thing. Japan's aggression against us was nowhere nearly as bad as Hitler's behaviors towards Europe. But yet Japan was the one who got the bomb dropped on them and not Germany. And the point that I'm making is this. There was an evil inclination. There was a bit of racism involved in that in itself. But the point that I'm making is the evils in the monster.
Have you read how the decision was made to drop the bomb?
I don't have to read it. I know the human condition. Forget about what's written sometimes. You got to look at the human condition. Germany was worse.
You just all right. So this is some really fucked up logic. The reason
hey guys, we gotta really watch the F-bomb today.
I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry, bro. I'm sorry.
Hey, chaotic. Chaotic. I gotta hit you guys back anyway. I'm on my lunch break. I'll call you guys later, man. Thanks for chopping it up with me. I gotta order my food.
Yeah, I gotta start my show here in a minute, but just to his point, really quick, and I'm sorry he's not gonna be able to hear it, but Japan was committing atrocities on a level that Germans had never even conceived of, and that's why the decision to drop the bomb was to end the war faster. It wasn't because, and the war in Germany was basically over, right? Like that, like it was just a matter of time. But the number of atrocities being committed by the Japanese was just so high. Yeah. And
you're talking about the atrocities that they inflicted on the Chinese. Yeah.
Well, the Chinese, the Filipinos, anyone that they caught, they were literally they were wholesale killing people. It made the Germans look like saints. And if the true history of the war in Japan was as publicized as a war in Germany, nobody would buy Japanese anything. I promise you that.
Yeah.
So just wanted to put that out there. Sorry, guys.
No, you're good. You're good. Dave, Mr. Showtime, go ahead, Mr. Showtime.
Yeah.
Good morning, folks. I'm back. Do you guys have any idea why the German, Holocaust is so popular?
Mr. Showtime, give me a second real quick. Is there any possibility for you to bring like a lamp to your face or something, or?
Nah, there isn't.
Okay, all right, go ahead, bro.
I'm kind of in hiding right now, CT. I'm in hiding. But anyway.
He got warrants, bro. He got warrants.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm sorry, anyway, man. That was bad taste. I'm sorry. Sorry.
It's okay. It's fine. I'm not like these sensitive ninjas, all right? I'm the anomaly. But anyway, do you know why this whole Germany Nazi thing is so popular above other countries that have committed atrocities as well, such as your Greece, Macedonia, Napoleon thingy. They also committed worse atrocities. What else? Some of the other country historic wars in the Middle East, right? But do you know why the whole Adolf, Hitler thing is so popular? It's because the people that run the world, okay,
I can tell you one reason why. Psychologically, I can tell you one reason why. Oh, did he mute himself?
Go ahead, Mr. Showtime. Go ahead, bro.
Okay. Yeah, you created Motorsport. You want to say something?
Yeah, I can tell you one of the reasons why it hits so hard, at least here in the U.S., and it doesn't hit the same way in the rest of the world, is because they look like us and they could have been us.
Yeah, they look like you, but they don't identify. Well, the J's. Well, CT, I'm trying not to say the J word in full, but I call them the ancient Smiths, right? The rabbis, right? Shockingly enough, they don't identify as being white or Caucasian, right? And that's the quintessential reason behind the whole anti-white agenda, the whole diversity and inclusion agenda, and the whole war on masculinity. You know why? It's because of Adolf Hitler, right? Why? Because what does Adolf Hitler stand for? He's a Caucasian male. Okay, now what two demographics are under attack today? It's white people, white people, racism, stuff like that, and men, the war on masculinity. Hitler represents both of those demographics. That's why, these two demographics are under attack. Okay, it's not a coincidence.
I don't know if I can.
Sorry. I'm not supposed to say the J word. The Agent Smiths, they hate white people because of that. Even though, ironically enough, ethnically they are Caucasian. Rabbi Shmuley, Ben Shapiro, those are Caucasian Agent Smiths, right? But they don't identify as being.
I don't know if I would assign it to that. I don't know that I would assign it to that. I think that at least in the U.S., I don't know about the rest of the world. I wouldn't speak for the rest of the world. At least in the U.S., the reason the German atrocities are so hit home so hard is they look like us. They could have been us at that point in time. It was a genocide attempt against not only. See, here's something that really. I really wish I was on my show so I could curse, because it's just really deserves some good curse words. But I'm not, so I'm going to respect the channel. People forget that the Aryan ideal excluded Latin, Black, everyone except for a very, very small number of people for the Aryan ideal, and they wanted to kill all of them. They killed almost as many blacks as they did small hats. If you want to go into and go into the reality of it, that is the reality. The reason that America has wrestled with this is because it brought up some of the wounds of the Civil War, and because we were watching black people get killed, and we had black people in our country. And it could have been us. And of course, obviously, things happened after 1940 that we're not, that there was a bunch of stuff going on in 1940 that could have looked really, really similar. But Hitler wanted to kill anyone that wasn't Aryan. That was his ideal. People forget this, and they concentrate on the small hat thing because that's what people want to concentrate on, which is stupid and wrong. And just you got to look, dude. You got to look at the whole thing. You got to read all of history. If you read one line of history, you only get that one little blurb. But if you read all of it, you see all of it.
Well, thingy, the truth is, it's not like we had a choice. Okay, these are the things that the media played up, and of course, who owns the media? It's the Agent Smiths. Okay, so go figure. Of course, they want to make it as heinous as possible because they want us to sympathize with them. We've been taught this in schools as well. Okay, even with me, in all first world countries, including South Africa, because we are a first world country.
How many of in North Africa? How many cultures did Rommel wipe out on his crusade across North Africa?
Plenty.
And what was their skin tone?
Dark skin.
He wiped out a lot of cultures. And now I'm not, obviously not racist, but cultures, towns, cities, villages. He just rolled right across North Africa. And people forget all about the North African campaign. They focus only on what was happening in Germany and Europe. Remember, it was a world war. Just saying.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Yeah, thingy.
Let me read this super chat real
These
quick.
are the side
MrShowTym, give me 1 second, buddy. John with the $5 super chat. Our worst enemy is a corrupt mindset that spreads. Go ahead, MrShowTym. Go ahead, sir.
So yeah, we've been taught this in all first world countries, including South Africa. I know people are like laughing, ha ha. South Africa is not a first world country; it's an African country. Yeah, this is what a typical NPC thinks. Okay, even though he or she has never done thorough research on South Africa. Okay, but that's neither here nor there.
MrShowTym, do all of these people in the chat a favor. And you are on your phone. Just walk outside and show them how industrious South Africa is. To prove them wrong.
Well, listen. Google is at the tips of their fingers. It's right at the tip of their fingers. Google is right. The internet is right on their thumbs. But anyway, we've been taught this in all first world countries. Okay, Germans are bad, even though not all Germans participated in the Holocaust. But we've been made to believe that anything that is German is bad, and any Agent Smith, oh, good. Hence the ADL. They don't want us talking about it. Okay, you get shadow banned, you get censored. Look what happened to Candace Owens. Okay, this is what the media plays up. Okay, the atrocities, but Hitler was really a nationalist who really wanted to just defend his country. Okay, a proud nationalist who just wanted. Now, I don't agree with his methods.
He did not defend his country. He invaded France. He literally conquered. He decimated Poland. Let's not rewrite history, guys. This is not.
That's what I was about to say, man. Y'all rewrite history. Crazy.
You can't rewrite history, man. It's not productive.
Hold on. Whoa, hold on. When I say defend his country, I'm not talking about him. I'm talking about defending his country against, the Agent Smiths that were depleting Germany's economy. Okay, and that's exactly what they do.
That was literally false. It's been proven historically false.
What was false?
That the small hats had anything to do with Germany's problems. They just happened to be a good target for Hitler to go after. Come on, man.
So you think?
Look, I understand bias, but if you're going to use historical data, use the data. It's accurate and be accurate. Accuracy matters. Accuracy really matters.
You're on the wrong sphere for accuracy, bro.
Just a minute. So you think
that, bro?
Hold on.
I appreciate that. Thank you for telling me that, man.
Hold on. So you think?
Right.
I used to feel the same way. I had to let go. Like, man.
Excuse me. Whoa. Hold on. So you think Adolf just woke up one morning and said, "Oh no, the Agent Smiths. Let me just wipe them out."
Instead of saying, "Oh, go ahead."
Yeah. He literally did that. He did that exact thing. He literally said, "I need a fall guy." And you know who was the best fall guy? The guys who are actually performing in the economy. It's literally just exactly like what happened down in South Africa when apartheid ended, right? Who is the number one? Who did everyone blame for that?
Blame what? Apartheid.
Blame the economy and the squalor that South Africa was. Who did they blame after to end apartheid? How did that happen?
Well, when it comes to apartheid, nobody blamed anyone for any economy crash because our economy was performing well when the Afrikaans were when they established it. I mean, the rand, they came up with the currency when we became an independent nation, separate from
glad I gotta go start my show, man.
Thank you so much.
I'm so glad I got to start my show.
Thank you so much, Grid. Please come back if you can. Well,
if you're still going, I'll come by.
Yeah,
but let's at least be historically accurate. Who were the first 2,000 prisoners in the Dachau, John? Go ahead and drop that bomb on them, guys. It's been fun. It's always a pleasure over here. I love you guys in chat. Feel free to Feel free if you want to wander over to my channel. Although I might wander back over here after I'm done because I only do a 3-hour show. And man, CT's got that staying power.
Thank you so much, man.
Yeah, the first 2,000 people, by the way, were Catholics, and then most of them were priests in the Dachau, not small hats. Be honest.
Whoa, hold on. Let me just explain this, okay?
Hey,
the agents
start going and starting to try to describe the good qualities of the H-man. I just
wait, just a minute. Hold on, just a minute. The Agent Smiths, they branched out from Israel, hundreds and hundreds of years ago, because they understood they had a mission to draw out the Messiah, because they hate Jesus Christ, and they believe that the Messiah can only return when the world is upside down in shambles. So what did they do? They understood that they had to go out to all powerful first world countries of consequence, right? There'll be America, England, South Africa, Australia, New Zealand, right?
Hold on.
And that's where.
Let me read the super chat real quick. Hold on for 1 second. Bob with the $10 super chat. None of us know anything about our own parents' past, let alone world history. We go by what people have said and line it up with our desires and choose which facts are convenient and discard the rest. Bob, I couldn't agree with you more, and you get a must be the money. Salute to you, Paz. Go ahead, Mr. Showtime. You got the floor, buddy.
Anyway,
ahead,
can I continue? Anyway, look, they needed to gain control of politicians and of all these first world countries, and that's how they established these woke agendas. They didn't call it woke back then, okay? They initiated all these agendas that will collapse and implode the economy of whatever nation they operated in, okay? Even Ben Shapiro himself is a plant, okay? Yes, that includes your Dennis Prager, your especially your Rabbi Shmuley, Candace Owens.
Why do you think Ben Shapiro and Candace Owens are plants? Why do you think that?
No. Candace Owens is not a plant. I never said that Candace Owens is a plant.
Why do you think Ben Shapiro is a plant? Why?
Because Ben Shapiro pro-Israel. He doesn't care about Americans. Okay. Whenever we criticize Israel, he gets angry. He gets upset. Hence their feud with Candace Owens. Hence his feud he had with Candace Owens. Okay, as soon as you start touching on the JQ, all of a sudden
That'll finish. Go ahead, brother.
Is that a what?
A cricket, like I hear the.
Yeah, he's in South Africa, man. So that's what you can hear.
Yeah, in South Africa, you'll hear that. That's in South. I'm surprised. Yeah.
Go ahead, buddy. Go ahead, bro.
Yeah, we're in Africa, guys, the motherland. Yeah, you'll hear it every now and then. But anyway, folks, Ben Shapiro is a plant. Dennis Prager is a plant. Don't be fooled by the fact that they're on the right wing and the conservative. There you start talking about the JQ, and then they'll show their true colors. Ask Candace Owens, okay? Shout out to her. I'm very proud of her. Okay, and Kanye West. So yeah, guys. Look, these Agent Smiths, they reside in first world countries. Here in South Africa, we have what's his name? John Pollock. John Pollock, I think. Yeah, he's one of the Jewish Zionists who's born here in South Africa. So yeah, lost my train of thought. So yeah, folks, look, these Agent Smiths, that's their plan, is to implode the first world economies, right? Because they believe via these woke agendas, because they believe that that's how the Messiah is going to return when the things are all upside down and in shambles. Okay, so grid, motorsports, take note of that. Okay, so yeah.
So let me get this straight. You believe that these assassination attempts are tied in to some sort of global cabal orchestrated by the particular group of people that we can't name. Is that essentially what you were saying in a nutshell?
Well, ultimately speaking, I mean, the Secret Service. I mean, you can't tell me that the Secret Service has nothing to do with the Trump assassination. Of course they do. Okay, they had every. I mean, even Dan Bongino himself will tell you that.
What'd you say, bro? Go ahead.
Anyway, yeah, even Dan Bongino himself will tell you that. Look, the Secret Service.
Hold on for a second, Mr. Showtime. My apologies. Moxie with the $10 super chat. Showtime, shut the hell up with this anti-Semitic trope and go pick up a book. You're going to get CT's channel shut down. This is why not everyone deserves a voice. Bye. I'll bring you back in 10 minutes, Mr. Showtime, okay?